Hola bonitas, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on the new Kosas BB Burst Tinted Gel Cream. So I did get this sent by Kosas, so muchas gracias Kosas. This allows me to review these products para mis bonitas. These are the shades that I have. I got 3 shades in here, so I'm very excited to see cómo trabajan estos. The new Kosas BB Burst Tinted product. So let's talk a little bit about this new tinted gel cream. So this is supposed to be an everyday makeup plus skincare essential, light buildable coverage, smoothing and blurring effect, vibrant pretty finish, comfy refreshing feel. There's 24 shades of this. It applies like a tinted moisturizer. You can pair it with your favorite Kosas concealer. What else do we need to know about this? It says here that it's powered by copper peptides. It has a hydrating burst, and it also is supposed to give you the perfect your skin pero mejor look. The copper peptides support collagen. It does contain zinc oxide, which soothes the sensitive skin and helps with redness. Eso me encanta because I do have rosacea. Also, I don't know how to pronounce this, saccharide ismarat, which smooths, and then sodium PCA, which hydrates. Let's get into this. I do want to quickly pull up the price because that is muy importante for us. So this one retails for $38. It is not the cheapest. It's a clean tinted product. It's hyperallergenic. It's good for anti-aging. It's hydrating, light coverage. Delivers a refreshing burst of active skincare. Y a ver cómo nos funciona, because even though I do appreciate a good lightweight light coverage product, I still needed to cover the redness that I have on my cheeks because eso es muy importante. Quickly going to swatch the colors para ver which one will be the best. So I think I'm gonna start off with medium warm. I'm gonna swatch it right here. So that is medium warm. Now we're gonna go in with medium neutral. Looks. Then the last one I have here is medium tan warm 25. I feel like this one, number 25, will work the best. This one looks a little too light. This one looks a little too yellow. I feel like this one, the one that we just applied, will be perfection. But I'm happy that I swatched them so you guys can see how they each look. Medium tan warm 25 acá. I think that will be the perfect one. And here you do get 1 standard ounce. And then this is the formula. It's like a nice like creamy gel consistency. And we're just gonna begin applying it. Oh yeah, este color is the one. So we're gonna start off by applying it with a sponge, and then we're gonna go in with the brush del otro lado. So I am gonna be using this nice yellow sponge. This is from Kosas. And I'm going to see what type of coverage this gives. I'm expecting a very light coverage just because this is a more natural tinted gel. So I am gonna build it up because with that first amount of product, it didn't cover everything I wanted it to cover. So I just went back in. Also keep in mind, I feel like always when I use a damp sponge, which this is a damp sponge, I tend to feel like I get more so of a natural result out of my tinted product or foundation, whatever I may be using. So this definitely will be something that I, as somebody with a lot of redness, will have to build up. So I'm going to go ahead and pump more product out. And we're just gonna build it up a little bit more on the cheek. And also I need to apply some on the nose because that's where I also do have redness, a little bit on the chin. No mucho right here because I feel like my forehead's pretty evened out. I mean, right now we do have some redness, but for the most part it tends to be evened out. I will say this is definitely for the person who loves a very natural type of finish. If you don't like super natural, this may not be the one for you, just like first impressions. I mean, it does claim to be very light coverage. It says it in the info that I got aquí, so I wasn't expecting it to be super full coverage. But I feel like this for like a quick little pick me up is really good. Like it does a good job of evening out the skin but not like really giving you like the maximum coverage. That's as much as I want to go on with it. I don't want to pack on too much product, but also keep in mind I did go in with the sponge, which is why it's probably looking more natural. But honestly, I do like how it still makes my skin look really pretty glowy, very skin-like, very natural. It doesn't feel or look like I'm wearing makeup, honestamente. I think it looks very comparable to how my skin looks just natural, but it did a good job of covering, you know? So this is the side with the Kosas sponge. I really like the color. I think the color in medium tan warm 25 is like the perfect color. Okay, now we're gonna go de este lado, and on this side we are going to be using a brush, because with the brush I want to see if it'll give us more coverage, even though it's a very natural type of product. I'm gonna go in and apply it acá. You guys can see, even though it's natural, it still carries really pretty pigment. Let's go in with the brush. Okay, yeah, if you want it to cover un poquito más, a little more quicker, I would say go in with a brush. Now, Kosas does say this product pairs really well with the concealer, so if there's any other areas that you want to add more coverage, you can always go in with the concealer to build up the coverage. But I feel like for the most part, this does give you a really pretty natural light coverage. You can build it up to a little medium coverage, not like very medium coverage, but I feel like you can get it up to some medium coverage. But I definitely do feel like the side with the brush definitely gave us more coverage faster. I mean, mira. I feel like you can even just tell right now. Here's with the brush, here's with the sponge. I feel like what we were able to build up with a brush is what we had to build up with 2 pumps with a sponge. But truly, I think this is gonna be the best for mi gente who love a good everyday wearable, easy to use product. I personally really enjoy it, especially now as I get older. I'm in my late 20s. I really love a good natural finish. I love a hydrated look. Pero because I do have the redness, I do appreciate something that's going to cover the redness, because if it's not going to cover the redness, no me va a gustar. But I can see that with a brush, you definitely do get more coverage. So for me personally, if I wanted to use this, especially on the days where my rosacea is a little bit more enhanced and more red, I would definitely go in with a brush. Y ya vamos a estar listas. So with a brush, with a sponge. It really depends on your preference. Looks nice with both, but you definitely get way more coverage on the things that you want to cover with a brush. To be honest, I really like it. I really like how it just doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin. It's very natural finish. I do want to touch it to see if it is a little sticky. I feel like that's the one thing when it comes to using very hydrating products, or even using products that are more so of tinted products, is that they tend to feel sticky and they take a little bit longer to set. So you just want to keep that in mind when you are applying it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to come back and give you guys my first initial thoughts on this, how it feels, how it looks, how it works with mis productos, and then we can go ahead and start this wear test, porque I really want to show you guys como se ve esto for the entire day, let you guys know my thoughts, who this is worth it for, who it's not worth it for, so keep watching. Okay, bonitas, ya regresé. Right now it is 1:38 p.m. I got a little bit of a late start. I was filming other content in between doing this, entonces me tomé un poquito largo, pero estamos aquí. So we're gonna begin this wear test. This is what the foundation looks like on the skin. So it looks pretty good. It did pretty well with the rest of my products. I applied all cream products. I did cream bronzer, cream blush, my Kosas concealer is what I did on the under eyes, and I did set the under eyes with my powder just because I like to make sure that I lock that in place, but I didn't set anywhere else on the face, and I think it looks pretty good. I feel like it did really nicely overall. No se ve muy dewy. Like, I feel like it looks like a healthy glow from within. I also really like the color. I appreciate that I didn't oxidize. So I feel like this obviously is more so of a product for every day. Right now my glam is kind of looking more like full coverage and full glam than like super natural, but as you guys can see, if you were to do a little bit more glam, you can definitely get away with this tinted gel cream being like that really pretty wearable base product for everything else to look really nicely. Entonces me gusta mucho. I'm honestly lately loving glow like on the skin. I don't know what it is, but I just been loving a little bit of glow. As long as I don't look super duper dewy by the end of the day, then I'm fine with it. But I do like the fact that it gives me a little bit of some radiance from within. I also do feel like with this product, what I really appreciate from it is that it doesn't feel like I have anything on the skin. It is so lightweight, so natural. And like I mentioned before, if you feel like you could still use a little bit more coverage in certain areas, you can always go in with a Kosas concealer, and it's literally the perfect little duo con este. So you really have options, but this is what we're looking like right now para empezar el día, even though it's 1 p.m., but we're gonna look past that. I'm gonna wear this for the entire day to see really how it wears. I'll probably come back around 7 and let you guys know my thoughts. But you guys know, ya saben, I will be doing a natural lighting clip so you guys can see cómo se ve with the natural light, la luz natural. So stay tuned for that. And then of course, my final thoughts on the day. So you do not want to miss this. It is now 7 p.m. and I'm ready to talk about the new Kosas BB Burst Tinted Gel Cream. This is what we're looking like at 7 p.m. Como pueden ver, definitely have a little bit more radiance than I did when I first applied this product. I feel like it still looks really nice and in place for the most part, which I'm actually impressed with that, because I feel like for me, typically tinted moisturizers tend to fade fast, pero este is doing pretty well. It's giving me just a really pretty finish. I would say though, I have oily skin, and I'm sure some of you guys with oily skin probably see this and it's like, ooh, no me gusta, I don't like it. But you could always go ahead and blot just to kind of keep everything nice and together. For me personally, what I would do is I would probably blot it if I want to continue wearing it for the rest of the day. Right now at 7 p.m. I'm actually about to head over to my parents' house to visit them. So I'm probably going to be wearing this makeup for a few more hours, no mucho. But it definitely does pick up some dewiness. So if you don't like a lot of dewiness, I would recommend either setting it with a powder all over when you first apply it, or also going in with like a matte primer so that everything can be locked into place and you won't have issues with it. So that's kind of what I would recommend for this product. But like I said, I am impressed with the fact that it's still really nice and in place, even though it's been quite a few hours. For a tinted moisturizer, that's pretty good para mí. It's just like a little bit of dewiness, especially right here in the smile line. So I would just probably go ahead and take a sponge and just kind of like set that in place so that it doesn't look overly dewy. It just looks really nice and, you know, natural, not too intense. I would say this is definitely more so geared towards somebody who likes the hydration, who wants some radiance. If you don't want hydration or radiance, I wouldn't recommend this one. I feel like it's more so for that person looking for a natural finish too. Like if there's not a lot you want to cover and you want something very, very lightweight, very natural, minimum coverage, I think you will like this. If you do want more coverage, you can definitely build it up. I would say though, use a brush. I would say this is more so for the person who loves a natural finish, who loves a natural look, who likes the hydration, a little bit of a glow at the end of the day. But it's not bad, honestly. For somebody who has oily skin like me, it's not too bad. I appreciate the fact that it's still on in place, but definitely time for me to blot it and just absorb any of those oils. I'm just gonna go in with a puff and kind of tap the product. Do you guys see? I'm just going in with a little puff and kind of, you know, tapping the product. It all works well. Once you go in and blot it a little bit, you can still continue wearing it for quite a few more hours. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Would you check this out? Sí or no? Díganme down below in the comment section. Let's start a conversation. If you guys did enjoy watching this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's continue doing these type of videos para ustedes. And I think that's it. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adiós, bonitas.